Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I am your host, the notorious H.I.M, and I am back with another BDSP Wi-Fi battle. I'm debuting a new team, so it's going to be a pretty fun one, and it is my birthday, so happy birthday to your boy, bringing you guys a new battle. I'm using this Ursaring team, and I'll be honest, I mean, it doesn't perform as well as I would like. So I'm gonna bring a couple more battles with this team, just try to get a groove with this squad, because it doesn't perform as well as I would like it. I would love for Ursaring to do a little bit more in these battles. So if you guys haven't done so already, please take the time to body slam that like button, subscribe, leave a comment for your boy for his birthday. I would greatly appreciate that. But looking at my opponent's team, he has a lot of things that he could probably do, but my lead, of course, is going to be the Flygon. The Flygon is the best thing that I could really go for without any real fear of what he can do, because I know, that I'll be faster than at least anything that he's got on his squad. So, that's the thing with this team, is that, it takes a lot for this team to be good, especially when you're using Ursaring, and I'm packing the quick feet instead of the guts, just so I can get a little bit faster, right? It's so slow that it's hard to use. So he leads off with Scizor. I know he's probably gonna try to U-turn up out of here, so Scizor is so hard to break. I have to get off as much damage as possible when I can, so I'm gonna go for this big Earthquake. I know he's gonna stay in, probably either go for a Bullet Punch or the U-turn. He decides to go for the U-turn here, but takes a lot of damage from that Earthquake, and I'm actually okay with that. So that U-turn does a lot, so he's probably like maybe choice banded or something. So he can go out into a lot of things, but I'm really not too afraid, because I know whatever he goes out into, I'll probably be faster than. So the only thing I'm really fearing is the Shaman, and here it comes. So he brings out that Shaman, and I know I can't stay in on this, right? Like, I still need Malibu, the Flygon. So I'm gonna go out here. I'm gonna go out right into the Cradily, the Cradily, and oh my goodness, Shenane is coming out. So Shenane comes out here, and it's not gonna be a good time for this Shaman, because I could very easily just go for a big Sludge Bomb, and do some either major damage to this, either kill it right off the bat, or do a lot of damage to this. But I know he's packing the Scizor, so Sludge Bomb really isn't the safest play. The safest bet for me is to just go for the Stealth Rock here. Obviously, I do think about it, but I don't expect him to stay in on a Cradily. He's not going to be able to Leech Seed me. I don't know if Shaman gets Sleep Powder or whatever the case may be, but he's not going to be able to do anything to Shenane. So I'm going to go for this big Stealth Rock here. Hopefully, that'll have some viability later. So obviously, he could very easily go for, the Brick Break, the Bullet Punch, whatever he wants, and I don't want that. So I think the best thing for me to do here is to go out, right? Like Shenane really doesn't want that smoke, and as long as that Shaman is still around, I'm gonna need Shenane in order to handle this. So I decide to just go out, and I go out into Slowbro here, because it is my physical wall. Slowbro here is fully defensive. He goes for the Defog. So now really the world is my oyster. I can really do pretty much anything that I want, right? Like I could go for a Scald, I could go for a Psychic, I could go for a Thunder Wave, see what he wants to do, and that's exactly what I end up doing here. I go for a big Thunder Wave here, even if the Shaman comes out and know he has natural cure, but at least he'll be paralyzed for that one turn and allow me to bring something else in. So I'm going for this Thunder Wave. That's the thing with this team. I have to get things slow where I can. So getting the paralyze on something is definitely gonna help out. So that's what I end up doing. I go for the big Thunder Wave here, the big T Wave. See what I'm gonna catch here. If he brings back in another mon, that's great. He goes for the Tyranitar play, which is great. So I definitely get the big Thunder Wave off on this T-Tar, and that's great, because Tyranitar is a threat, bro. Like, let's not sugarcoat shit, bro. Like, Tyranitar is a beast. He's a monster. He's a freaking problem. So there's not much that I could really do against this Tyranitar. I pretty much have to go out here, But the great thing is that at least he is, paralyzed. So, looking at things here, I think now is probably my best opportunity to try to get in Ursaring here, try to do something. So that's what I do. I go out into You Ain't Grizz, the Ursaring here, and I take a big crunch. Probably a mistake here. I'm still getting the feel for this team. Still trying to figure out the best way to use Ursaring. Maybe trying to lead it would probably be a better option. Just give me a little bit more viability, but now I can fire off a big close combat, right? Now I'm faster than this thing. I was faster to begin with because he's paralyzed, but now I'm really scary. So he really doesn't want this smoke. He doesn't want to take a big close combat. So, if he stays in, this thing is gone. And that'll be huge, getting rid of this thing this early in the battle. But my opponent here, he's smart. So he decides to go out, and he goes out right into this Charizard, who will absolutely eat this close combat. I'm using Charizard too, so I know what stats Charizard tends to hit. At level 100, it gets up to 328 speed, so he would have to be Choice Scarf in order for him to outspeed You Ain't Grizz here. So I'm gonna make the play here, and I'm gonna go for a big Facade because the only way that he beats this is for him to be Scarf. At this level, Facade will 100% kill. There's really no reason for me not to click it. He does go for the Flamethrower, and he reveals that he is Scarf. So that's going to be a little bit tricky to have to kind of play around, but I'm honest, I'm not really too scared too much. I mean, as long as his sand does up, he's going to get chipped down, and I know that something, could come in and really deal with this. Looking at his squad, I mean, I could very easily go out into Slowbro. I could, go out into Reptar, my own T-Tar. So I have a lot of options, a lot of things that I could really go for. Like, there's really not much that my opponent can do to me. I mean, with him being locked into this move here. So I decide the play is to go out into Reptar here and see if I can get up a Dragon Dance. Because if I can, it's going to allow me to be very scary, right? Because he doesn't want to take a crunch from this. He doesn't want to take a Stone Edge from this. So I'm gonna go ahead and get off this Dragon Dance, and if I get up 2 Dragon Dances, the game will probably pretty much be over. So that's my play. He brings out his own Tyranitar, and now it's just the battle of the dinosaurs here. We got Godzilla versus Reptar here. So I go for this Dragon Dance because it's my best play, right? Like I have to get more powerful than I am if I'm gonna be a threat to the rest of his mon. So now with me having that that Dragon Dance up, now I could very easily go for a big Earthquake, and this thing is not gonna like that, right? So that's what I end up doing. I go for the big Earthquake on this T-Tar, and I get a lot of damage off on this. It almost kills it. I'm actually quite surprised that it didn't kill. But he ends up getting his berry off, and that's fine. It's gonna bring him up to probably like 28% health, and he fires off an Earthquake of his own, which definitely does a lot. Looking at the damage here, I could very easily have just gone for another Earthquake. That would have definitely killed this from this range. There's no rhyme or reason, but for whatever reason, I feel like I can kill him with this crunch, and I go for it, and it almost takes him out. It leaves him on like a sliver of health. So, I do make a bad play here. I very easily could have just gone for that Earthquake and got this thing up out of here, and then nothing else would have been able to deal with this. But, such is life. I have to make a bad play once in a while, and it's unfortunate that I have to lose my Tyranitar because of it. Because that was really one of my biggest win cons in this battle is Tyranitar. So now that that's gone, I'm going to have to think of some creative ways to really win this battle. I decided to go out into Malibu here because from this range, obviously, I know he's not going to live a U-turn, so I'm going to get some momentum off no matter what. Either he switches out, something else takes a U-turn and I bring something else in, or he lets this go down. So whichever he wants to do, it's not important to me. So I go for this big U-turn, and I'm feeling myself now. This birthday boy is he's having himself a good time. So now I can really bring in anything, right? Like the field is pretty much clear. I think now looking at where things are, I'm starting to see that Charizard is going to be extremely important for this battle here. So I decide to, go out into it. That's gonna be the best thing that I could really do. U-turn is gonna get me the momentum that I need to bring in my Charizard here and be an ultra threat to the rest of his mons here. I do have to keep in mind that his own Charizard is Choice Scarf, so he is gonna be able to outspeed because I'm rocking the Life Orb, but you're not gonna be able to out damage me. So if I can get a little bit lucky here, Charizard could have a real good battle here. So it's gonna be a real good time for this Charizard. So I really don't know what he wants to do. I mean, he could very easily just bring in his own Charizard, but he decides to go in for the Porygon Z. And if this thing is Choice Specs rocking the Thunderbolt, I'm gonna lose this. So I do have to get a little bit lucky here. You know, I don't think one Air Slash would be able to kill, but I really don't have another play, right? So I have to get a little bit lucky here, and I do end up getting a little bit lucky because he gets flinched by the Air Slash. So now I get to cap this thing, and now this thing is up out of here. A huge threat to me. You know, this Porygon Z is up out of here. And sometimes in this game, you know, you gotta be a little bit lucky. You gotta get a little bit lucky. So, and I do here. So I will graciously take that. Now what? You know, right? Like, so he can easily go out into his own Charizard now. You know, he could very easily, you know, bring out the, you know, the Scizor if he wants to try to get like a bullet punch off, but that wouldn't make the most amount of sense. So he definitely goes out into the Charizard here. I know he's Scarfed, so I'm gonna go for this big Roost here and pray that I don't get flinched. If I don't get flinched, that'll be great because I could probably leave another one, but with this Roost, it's gonna guarantee that I'm gonna live, and I can start firing off more powerful Air Slashes because I'm gonna out damage you, right? You choosing the speed over the power, I'm gonna win this battle here, and as long as I'm a little bit slower, I'll be able to get off that slower Roost if I need to. So that's really good for me. I go for this Air Slash because that's probably the best play that I got. He goes for his. Obviously, he's faster. His Charizard is rocking the the Choice Scarf here, but look at how much damage that does, right? Like, because of that Life Orb, I'm able to cap this thing, and that's great. Honestly, now I really don't see a way for my my opponent to really win this. Obviously, the Blastoise is very scary, and I've counted this so many times, and this is one of the main reasons why I packed the Cradily. Is Cradily has the unique ability to really 1v1 Blastoise. Like, Blastoise really can't do anything to this, even with a Shell Smash. Like he goes for the damage, and I get this Storm Drain. So now you know that I'm scary, right? Like, there's really nothing that you could really do. Even with a, you know, a Shell Smash, Ice Beam was not gonna kill me. Neither is Flash Cannon. So you know, you really have to play your wits about you if you're gonna deal with this thing. And of course, Blastoise loves to Shell Smash in your face, so he goes for it. But he's gonna need at least 2 in order to beat me, and I already have the special attack boost from that Storm Drain. So I'm gonna go for this big Giga Drain and you know, suck the life out of you because this Blastoise, there's not much you're gonna really want to do to me. So I go for this big Giga Drain. Obviously, I know that you know, he won't be able to do anything to me. So he's gonna be faster, and I'm gonna be able to get back my health with this Giga Drain here. The Flash Cannon goes off, doesn't really do much to me. It brings me down to a little bit less than half. But now I'm able to bring back up my health with that that big Giga Drain. And goodbye Blastoise. A huge threat to me. Gone. I don't have to really worry about that, which is great. You know, obviously he still has the Scizor and you know, a couple other mons left, but I'm not afraid, bro. Like, from this range, I'm starting to see that, you know, there's not much that he can do, right? Like, he's gonna have to get extremely lucky, and I'm gonna have to play real bad for me to pretty much lose this. He only got 2 mons left. I believe it's just the Scizor for him, as well as the you know, so looking at the battle, I mean, there's really not much he can do, right? So going out into Slowbro is my best play. He Iron Heads. I mean, it doesn't do that much damage, even with the crit. But you know, it's very clear to me that I'm gonna be able to get some real good damage off on these mons, and there's not a damn thing that my opponent is gonna be able to do. My play here is probably to see if I can get off like another like Thunder Wave or something. Like, I don't want to bring something else in because at this range, nothing really wants to take a lot of damage from that Scizor. I'm thinking about bringing the Charizard in here, but like, it really doesn't make any difference. So I decided to go out into Flygon here just to get a little bit more health on the Slowbro with that Regenerator. You know, I know that this thing's pretty much a sitting duck here. You know, he gets the big U-turn off and caps Malibu. So I appreciate all your work, Malibu. You know, you did well for this battle. But he goes out and gets this big U-turn off, and you know, there's really not much I could have done there. I had to get you know, Slowbro at a much higher health for me to be a threat here. But it's actually great that he kills the Flygon with this, because now I can bring in the Charizard, and it's a GG from the rest of this game out, bro. Like, Shaman doesn't want this smoke with this Flamethrower, and neither does the Scizor. So Charizard definitely came through clutch in this battle. He is going to be the MVP. And guys, if I haven't done so already, please take the time to rate, comment, and subscribe. I greatly appreciate it, especially for your boy's birthday. I definitely would appreciate you guys sharing this and blowing this video up. In comes a Scizor, and there's nothing he can do. This Flamethrower is gonna kill. I don't think a Bullet Punch will be able to kill Charizard from this level. So I do end up taking that, and I'm gonna cap you with this big Flamethrower, bro. There's nothing you can do. So I appreciate my opponent for the battle, but that's the end of this. And I am out, guys, so I appreciate it. Good game, guys. Really do appreciate you guys checking it out, and peace.